Hello everyone, so today I've got a little bit of a comparison video. Hey guys, so I decided to do a tutorial series, which is going to be quite long because I've decided to cover pretty much every feature that is in the game. Try to anyway. And the reason for this, I can't seem to find anywhere that actually has a full list of tutorials for everything in the game. Not done by the same person anyway, so I've decided to do this. And well, I'm going to start off with the garage. So if you're not a new player and you just want to find a specific tutorial for something, then go look through the playlist that I'll have on my channel and find what you're looking for if I have it, because this is going to take a long time to do these tutorials. Anyway, so the garage, I'm going to cover from the top left and go right and go through everything. So first thing is the menu. So from here you can change the server that you're on. I'm currently on the EU1 server, so if you're experiencing lag or anything like that, just swap to the other server, see if it's any better. If it's not better, then it's to do with you, not the servers. And then you can disconnect, which will bring you back to this screen, and then you can change account if you have another account or someone else is coming on. And then what else do we have on the menu? We have the settings. Now in the settings you got the general, which is well, here's the chat options, so you can censor offensive words, swearing and stuff like that, and you can hide spam, so it'll stop repeat messages. Display date in messages, so I guess that would be handy for replays and stuff like that. Time in the messages, blah blah blah. Oh no, what am I on about? Not replays. Timers in messages that you will get down here. It'll pop up, and here. The windows that will pop up when somebody messages you. And yeah, those are your chat options there. I don't know why they added this feature in at the bottom, this disable battle chat. I guess that's for times where there's a very young child on. As it happens, there are some very young people that play on this, and the parents have found people saying very nasty things to them, have decided to turn the chat off, which I could think that would be the only reason why you would turn the chat off. And then below this you have random battle types, so we'll go into this further in another video, a guide where I talk about battles and stuff, but these are your options for that. And then you got interface options for like showing the tier of vehicles on the interface, effects and stuff like that. And yes, they added this in recently, which is minimap features. You want to turn this on. It allows some features in the battles, which I'll go over in another video. And enable battle recording, which means when you play a game, it will save a replay file for that replay, which you can watch again whenever you want. And yeah, I have it on all because I record all of my games. And display marks of excellence is a mark on somebody's barrel showing how good they are in it. And yeah, I just have that on, so I don't see the point having that off. And then graphics options, you may have to fiddle quite a bit with these options to get it working well with your machine. I have to fiddle with it quite a bit because the game, since patch about 9.0 or 9.1 has been very unreliable for me. Not my FPS or anything like that, it's just it crashes a lot and stuff like that. It's annoying, and I wish they'd hurry up and fix everything, but they're taking their damn time. And yeah, you're gonna have to fiddle with these to find your preferred settings for your computer. And I think that's all I need to cover in here. Oh, you do have colour filters here, so you can make the game look like a 1940s film if you wanted to. I have it off though most of the time. Then you got your sound, and if you play games you should know how to deal with all this. So you got your general volume level, your music level, voice messages for when you're platooning. Platooning for your crew in your tank. Vehicle noises like your engine sounds, your effects like gunfire and shells hitting the floor, and ambience, like background noises and stuff like that. And interface sound effects, so you know when you click on a button it makes a noise. And there you've got your voice chat, but I don't recommend using the voice chat in the game. Use TeamSpeak or Skype, because this is not very good. And then you've got your controls, your forwards, backwards, left, right, and stuff like that. You can look through this. It's got everything there. Fire, auto aim. Again, we'll go more into what these buttons actually do later on when we're actually in a game. And actually, I didn't mean to do that. Reticle, this is interesting. You're gonna have to, well, you don't have to. You can fiddle with this to make it look like how you want it to look like. I have it like this, but you can have it however you want and decide what works for you. And same for when you go into sniper mode. And markers are the tags above the tanks. So enemy team markers, I have pretty much all of the information on, and I have it on HP left / total. Some people have it on percent, but I prefer knowing exactly how much health they're on. And yes, there you go. And you do the same for your own team and destroyed tanks. Yep, there you go. So that's the settings menu, and then your exit game and your back to game button. Then after this you have your name. If you see a name and it has these brackets and it has letters in between, it means the person is in a clan. When you click on this, you can see this little pop out. If you're in a clan, this window will pop up this little bit down here, and this one will always pop up. You can click on that button, and this will give you a overview of how you're doing in the game. So how many battles you've played, your percent of how many of wins, your average experience per battle, your maximum experience in a battle that you've done, your hit ratio, so how many times you've fired and you've actually hit the target, your average damage in a game, your personal rating. We'll go more into the personal rating in another video, because to figure out how well you're performing in the game, I don't recommend using the personal rating. It's not very accurate. Then you've got your how many tanks you've maximum killed in a battle, your mastery badges. So we'll talk more about mastery badges in a little bit as well in this video. And then you've got some medals. There are more in the game, which we'll go into in a second. These are valuable ones, which are, well, valuable. And you've actually got ribbons here as well. These are medals, these are ribbons. And then some more awards down here. And it also tells you when you last had a battle. So mine was on the 3rd of March at 1:10 and yes, and if you look at somebody else's statistics window, you can actually see when you last had a battle, which can be quite handy. Then we'll move on to the awards. if you notice when I actually click that button, the garage buggered off, and we've got these little buttons up here, so we can go to awards. These are all of the awards that are currently in the game. So there's quite a few, and there's some rare ones and hard to get ones and stuff like that. Yes. And you've got statistics, which is all these top ones are on the summary page, and then below that you've got a more in-depth version. So you've got your battles, how many battles you've survived, your hits, damage ratio, so how much damage you've caused compared to how much damage you've received, destruction ratio, so how many tanks you've killed to how many tanks you've lost, armor use efficiency, which is blocking shells with your armor, bouncing them off and stuff like that, your base capture points, your base defense points, which is when you well, capture points is when you sit in the enemy base and you try and capture their base, and defense points is when you're defending your base and an enemy is in your base capturing your base, and you shoot them and you reduce their capture points, which again we'll go more into how that works when we're in a battle. Average experience and all that jazz, got all that there. Then you got your vehicles page, which is how many vehicles that you've played in and how you've done in them. So I've played 567 games in my E100, I've got 52% win ratio in that tank, 801 average experience, and I have a first class mastery, ace tanker as it's called, which means in one game I've played better than 99% of players who have fought in the vehicle for the last 7 days. So can take quite a while to sometimes get those mastery badges, they can be hard to get. But yeah, this is what this window is, and it's basically these statistics here, but on individual tanks. So you can look at everything and how you've done in every single tank you've played. And yeah, that is, and you can change, so you can look at how you've done in each mode, so in team battles and stuff like that, skirmishes, and we'll go more into different game modes later. And you can also see what awards you've got on each tank, you know, these awards which you've got on the specific tank. Now that is that for that screen. We'll click back on the garage here, which brings us back to this. So clan statistics, you can click on this. Just tells you how many how you've done in skirmishes and other battles in your clan. We'll go into that in a clan tutorial video that I may do at some point later on. And after this we've got the premium account, if it's active or not. Mine's active. I have, as you see, 22 days, and if you click this you can obviously activate your premium account or extend how long you want, and this doing it this way does cost you gold, which is located here, and you buy gold in the online store or through text messages, and there's multiple different ways to buy it. And then after this we have actually no, I should probably recommend say premium account gives you extra 50% extra credits and experience for every single battle. So premium account is a good idea, but only if you can afford it. Like, it's not completely crucial, you can still play the game without the premium account, you just have to do better to progress. This just makes progressing a lot easier. Well, not a lot easier, but easier. So after that you've got a button to create a platoon. Platoon is you can get together with a couple of friends, 3 maximum, and get together and then play in one battle together in a group. So, you know, normal random battle, 15 versus 15 players, and then you've got you 3 in your platoon, in your team, and then you can work together and just play with your friends in the same battles, which is handy and can help you do better. and then you got the battle button, and you got to select for what kind of battle you want to do. So you got random, which is just a random battle. It's random out of go back to here, out of these three. So you got your standard, encounter, and assault. Encounter is where there's one base and you need to you fight over it. Both teams fight over the one base. Whichever one captures it can win, or whichever one kill the entire enemy team win. And assault, you either defend or attack one base. If you're on the attacking team, obviously you try and capture the base, either capture the base to win or kill the entire enemy team. If you're defending, you either kill them all or don't let them capture the base and survive until the end of the game and you win. Yes, and standard battle is just 15 versus 15, two bases, one on obviously each team, and each team tries to capture the enemy base or kill each other. So yeah, that's what the random battles are. Team battles is 7 players. We'll go more in depth into all of these. So team battles is basically 7 versus 7. Tank company is like a organized random battle, if you like. You get 15 players on your side. Like a mock clan battle. Strongholds. These you fight for your strongholds. So you have similar to tank company battles, but you earn resources by doing these for your clan, which we'll go into in the clan video. And then you have special battles, which clan wars battles and tournaments and stuff like that here. You've got team training, which is you organise both teams basically, and you just train together and you can muck around and stuff like that. And battle training, if you haven't done it yet, which I recommend doing because it gives you something for doing it. I can't remember exactly what it was. I did it ages ago. It just tells you how to. It's wargaming's tutorial basically on how to drive your tank and how to play the game. So that's it for that. As I said before, you got your gold here, and you can click this and it'll open up a website, and you can buy gold if you wish. Then you've got your silver coins, which you use to purchase vehicles, except for premium vehicles, which you need gold for. And then you've got your convertible, your free experience. Free experience you can use on any vehicle, no matter what it is. We'll go through the tech tree soon. So after this, we've got another way to get around the interface. You got garage here, depot, which is basically everything you have in your garage. So you got your tanks, modules for your tanks, which are there's a gun here that aren't currently on a tank, but you have them lying around your garage. And you have ammo, which is lying around your garage. I don't have any. And you can sell the ammo from here if you don't need it. Equipment is equipment that you have for your vehicle that you have. It does show, as you can see, equipment that's on a vehicle and equipment that's in the depot. You can't sell it from here unless it's in the depot. You have to take it off the vehicle first and then you can sell it. And then consumables are like fire extinguishers, first aid kits, repair kits, stuff like that. And then store is basically the depot, but you can't sell anything. It's just a shop basically. You just buy stuff. Very rarely use this. Very rarely. There are plenty of other ways to buy stuff. Then you got your service record, which is, as you've seen, it's just another way to get to here. and then you got the tech tree, which I'll click on in a minute, and you got your barracks, which is your crew, where they are, the crew members that you actually have. So if I click on all nations, you can see the crew which are in barracks and in my vehicles, quite a few, and that's just for my mediums. You can use selectors here to change it to your heavy tanks and your light tanks and tank destroyers, and yeah, so forth. And you've got a stronghold button, which we'll go into more in the clan video. Now let's click on the tech tree, shall we? Right, so this is the tech tree. Looks a mess, but it's quite simple. On the left side you have the country, which your the tech tree is coming from. So at the top you got the Chinese. Below that we got the French, which I haven't played very much of myself. And you got the Germans, which I've played quite a lot of. Most of my games are in Germans, I think. Not in Germans, in German tanks. Then you got the British, which I've played a bit. Then you've got the Americans. Then you've got the USSR. I've played quite a lot of them as well. And then you have the Japanese. Right, now let's talk about progression. So let's go back to the garage first. You've played some battles in your tanks, so your tier 1 or whatever, and you get experience here, which is your experience on that vehicle, but you also in battles will earn a small amount of free experience, which can be used on any vehicle. So you click on research after you've had a few battles and got some experience, and then you use that experience to unlock modules for the tank, which you can then you can pass through to get to the next tank in the line. So it's a bit confusing because this is the tier 1 here, which is located here in the tech tree, and then we've got to we have to unlock these modules before you can progress to the next one, which, say this Panzer II, which is, where is it? There. So we have to unlock the module first to unlock the path to this one, and then you do the same for the next one and the next one and the next one. You don't have to buy the tank to progress. If you have free experience, then you don't need to buy the tank. You can unlock it through researching, and then my mind just went blank then. That's good. So you can research it, and then it's unlocked, and then you can research the modules on the tank, and then carry on unlocking the next tank and the next tank and the next tank till you run out of free experience. Or what most people will do is just purchase the tank and then play it to earn experience on it, and then unlock the next tank, and so forth and so forth. The amount that you need to research for each tier, there are 10 tiers at the moment. I don't think they'll ever introduce a tier 11 or anything like that, so it's probably going to stay at 10 tiers. But the amount you need to earn in research points and spend credits on vehicles increases quite a bit from, well, how much is it to unlock the Panzer II? You need 100 research and 3,000 credits. Compare that to a tier 8, where you need, for example, on the Panther II, 88,000 experience and almost 2.4 million credits, and then tier 10s are, well, the E50M is 183,000 credits and 6.1 million credits. Pretty sure every tier 10 is 6.1 million. Yeah, but the amount of research varies on the vehicles. It's not standard throughout each tier. Each vehicle has a different amount of research points that you need. They will be roughly in the same area, like all of the tier 3s are over 1,000, but lower than 2,000 research points. So they're always near each other. So that's how you progress. Down on the bottom, you have a bar. If you are brand new, you'll have one tier 1 vehicle from every country, which should give you, God, how many slots is that? 7. You'll have 7 slots down here with a tank. Well, if you can call them a tank, these little things. They will, and then if you want to, you can have a look at them, and you can have a look at the tech trees. Like you can, like a lot of people join the game to get a Tiger and a Panther, and Russians a T-34, stuff like that, which is there. You decide what tanks you want to get in the end, and then you start playing that line by selecting the vehicle down here. I don't have another vehicle. Let's put it on all, shall we? So you select what vehicle you want to play, and then you click the battle button. If you want to play just a random battle, click on battle, and it will put you in a queue to go into a battle. Now on this row at the bottom, you can select some things. Like if you have multiple tanks, then you can select which country you want to see them from. So China, France, Germany, and so on and so on. And then you can click on the class of vehicle. Now in the game there are light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks, tank destroyers, and self-propelled guns or artillery. And yeah, those are the classes. And this button here is, I think that's the primary button. So on a vehicle, if you want it to appear first in the queue, you right click on it and you set it as a primary. You can have more than one. As you can see, these 3 are at the top, and then you click this button, it will get rid of everything else in the bar. So you don't want, if you want to play specific tanks and you don't want everything else to show up, then you select them as a primary and you click this button, and it will hide them all. Okay, here you when you unlock a module, I should have mentioned this before. When you research a module, you do have to buy it. You can't just research it and then plop it on. You do have to buy it with credits. So say I want to stick this radio on, buy it, and it will automatically stick it on when you buy a module. But say you've bought a few, and then if you have your tracks, if you have the first tracks on your vehicle, all tracks have a weight limit, yeah. So this is 88 tons, and those ones are 96 tons. Say I don't unlock them, but I unlock everything else, and to put everything on would be too heavy for the tracks, yes. So then I realise this, and I research the tracks, and when I buy them, it'll stick the tracks on, but it won't put the modules on for you afterwards. You can right click them from here and click mount, but say there is another way of doing it. You can go to here, and the modules here are the modules that are on your tank. So we can stick the radio on, that I just did that to demonstrate for you. And after these buttons you have your equipment. So what equipment is on the can be put on the vehicle, and these do cost quite a bit of credits to stick on the tank. So you've got we'll go more through these at a point. This video is getting a long becoming quite long already. As you can see, there is a lot to talk about in this game, but these are the equipment which you can fit on the tank to increase the performance of the vehicle. And then after that you've got your ammo, so your armor piercing. This is normally the order they'll be in, is the standard shell, the premium shell which costs more, which you can buy with credits or with gold, and high explosive. We'll go more into ammo types in a later video. And then you've got consumables, which are one use items which you can carry with you when you go into a battle, like a fire extinguisher, which will put your engine out, repair kit, which you can use to repair tracks or a module on the vehicle which has been damaged, and a first aid kit and stuff like that. And there are also premium consumables which you can either, like an automatic fire extinguisher, automatically put the fire out for you instead of you having to do it when you catch fire, or if you catch fire. And there's like stuff like chocolate, which can increase how good your crew perform, which overall increases the performance of the vehicle. And here you can also adjust the how the tank looks, so you can change like the camouflage of it, summer and stuff like that, which will cost, how did I close that, will cost amounts depending on which you select here. So if you want permanent camouflage, which will just last forever, it costs gold to have them. If you want it for a month, then it costs credits, and it's quite a significant amount of credits. Or if you just want it for a week, say you're just grinding a tank for a little while but you want to put camouflage on it, then just buy a week worth and then stick it on and select the ones you want, and then click accept. And there are other things on here, like changing emblems on the side, stuff like that. All of them to have permanently will cost gold, and you can do so forth and so forth if you want to customize the vehicle quite a bit. So also, to load your ammunition and your consumables, you can click the service button here. So you've got your repairs up here, so if you get damaged in a battle, you can click the repair button, or you can have it automatically, so as soon as it comes out it will repair itself. This will cost you credits when you try to repair it. And then you've got your ammunition. You can select how many shells you want of each type and stuff like that, and change the premium ammo from gold to credits, or from credits to gold, depending on which you want to use. And then you can select your consumables down here, like the fire extinguishers, the automatic repair kit, the chocolate, which helps your crew. And you can carry 3. You can't carry 3 of the same thing, you can only carry 1 of each. So what I usually go out with is a fire extinguisher, small repair kit, and a first aid kit. But this does vary on which vehicle you're going to use, which we'll go into at some point when I go into some vehicles. And yes, now down the bottom you have your contacts. What's chat? If you want to find someone, say you had a battle with someone a while ago, all you can remember is their name, you just type their name in here and it will search and find them, and you right click on them and click add, and it will send them a message saying you want to add this person. You can send them messages and stuff as well from here. And what's quite nice is, once say you have some friends and you all mine are offline because it's like 2:30 in the morning, you right click on them and you can do stuff like look at their service record, blah blah blah. Didn't mean to show that. And you can also create groups of friends. So if you've got friends that you like platooning with, then you can stick them in one group, like so. So we click that one to create a group. You go platoon buddies or whatever group you want to make, and then you can just drag people in and stuff like that, and close the group, open the group, all that, which can help you. If you have a lot of friends, it'll help you manage things. And there are other settings and stuff in here to look at. Show offline players, blah blah blah. Show other category. What's the other category? I don't know what that means. And you click this one to add someone to your contacts. So blah blah blah. Find someone. Click on them, click add, and then, as I said before, it sends them a message and stuff like that. So yes, that's that. And then here is channels that you can look for. So you search for a channel, click find. If you find the channel you're looking for, click join, and it'll open up a window here which will be similar to this, except it'll have a window extra bit here. So look, you'll have this bit here saying who's there, and then you can type in here and talk to them. It's just like that. And yes, and these are just these will always be open. You can't close this one. If you're not in a clan, this won't be here. I am, so it is. You can't close these ones, you can only minimize them. They will always be there. And I think that's everything except for this here. This is the notification center. So if you have a battle, if you have a battle, a little message will come here, and you can click on it to view your statistics, the results of the battle. Basically, you can click on it to see the results of the battle. And obviously you got this welcome messages and stuff like that. If you get sent a platoon invite, for example, you can click on it here and it'll put you in the platoon. Click accept or decline if you don't want to join it. Other things like just notifications like that. And also, when you have I forgot to mention this, when you have a tank selected, on the left you'll have your crew. Dying from the top, well, I should probably mention every tank doesn't have the same amount of crew. Like the E100 has 6 crew members, but like the E25 only has 4, because, well, the tank's a lot smaller and just reasons. So in E100 you have 6. You got your commander, your gunner, driver, radio operator, loader, and another loader. So yeah, we'll go more into the crew and managing the vehicle itself in another video, probably the next one actually. And then you got the statistics of the vehicle on the right side, so its hit points, how heavy it is, and what's its maximum load limit, how heavy it can be maxed out. The engine, how powerful it is, your top speed, your traverse speed, which means how fast the hull of the tank can turn round, and yes, and then you've got your hull armor. So the 200 is at the first one's at the front, so 200 is at the front. At the sides is 120, and then at the rear is 150, and then this is for the turret, so 250, 150, 150. Then you got standard shell damage. Standard means usually means your armor piercing, so your normal shell that you'll be firing in the tank. How much damage that will do between I should probably mention that actually. If you right click on the statistics of the gun, we'll go more into looking at the stats modules in another video as well. 750 you see as average damage for this weapon, but here it says shell damage 938. What? It doesn't always do 750 damage. It can do, I believe, around 25% more. I may be wrong, it's around 25% anyway. 25% more damage or 25% less damage. It might be 20%, but can't really remember right now, so it's around 25%. So that's why it says 938, minimum 563. Although if you hit 563 with that gun, you are not having a very good day. Then you got the shell penetration. So again, this has the gun has an average penetration 235, but it can roll 25% higher than that, so it can go up to 294, or it can roll 25% less, so 176, which is awful. Then you've got how many rounds the gun can fire in 1 minute. Having things on like gun rammers and stuff like that, equipment here, which we'll cover later on, can increase this and yeah, increase how fast that fires, but Let's not go into that. And then you've got the turret traverse speed, so same as the hull, but for the turret, it's how fast it can turn. And then you've got your view range, so how far the tank can spot other vehicles. Well, yeah. And then you've got the signal range of the radio, so the range of staying into contact with your team, which we'll also go into later on. Right, I think that is everything for the first part of the video, which has turned out very long. If you do like the video, if you do like the video, then drop it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. It does help a lot. And yeah, my mind's just gone blank again. I was going to say something, but it's just gone. Right, yeah, okay, I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. If I have missed something, leave a comment saying you're an idiot, you missed something. So yeah, I can think of something I missed already. These numbers here are how many people are on the server. So on EU1 you got 8,000, and then on EU2 you got 13,000. Isn't that right? No, sorry, I'm stupid. That's 8,000 on this server, and then that's 13,000 total. So the other server has like 5,000 people on. So yeah, right, now it's it. Now it's it. Right, thank you for watching, and yes, as I said, drop me a like and subscribe if you did like it and you want to see more of these videos. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.